All right. Welcome to the barn. I'm Rob Cannillo. My first live Facebook. I have no idea what I'm doing. Tap to invite your viewers to be in on the broadcast. So this is my barn on 4 acres. It's my recording studio. And my first guest is John Irrizzary. So I'm gonna give this a shot. Johnny, I have no idea what I'm doing because now there's comments and they're sort of covering you.
That's okay.
So
I know what I look like.
Yeah, but I want people to see you.
Do you see me? Can you see the real me?
So let's see if we can figure this out. Welcome everybody to the barn. Robert Scotty is watching. Liz Schmidt is watching. Okay, so we're gonna give this a whirl. So, hey Liz, can you see John in this broadcast? Because the comments are blocking John. So, well, at any rate, I'm Rob Cannillo, and welcome to my barn. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, but we're going to be talking about Honors, Tunes, and the Vines 3, which my good buddy John Irrizzary, a great singer-songwriter, is going to be performing at. We're going to be talking about Honor softball game. We're going to be talking about writing songs, recording songs, and anything sort of music related. But as you guys know, Honor is near and dear to my heart, and I don't know if that's going to come out backwards, so I apologize. But Honor helps any Orange County resident in need with anything. And John, you've been a big supporter, donating your time and talent to the annual music festival and Tunes and the Vines this year, which is September 22nd at Christopher Jacobs Winery.
That's right. It's a worthy cause. Hope you can come out, hear some great music for a great cause.
Check out honorhelpingothers.org. Honor helps any Orange County resident in need with food, shelter, medical, you name it. So if you or somebody you know is in need, Honor's here for anybody in Orange County. So I'm going to try to read these. Liz, good morning, gentlemen. Great fellas, great talent. Okay, so can you see John? I hope you can see John. Yes, the words are backwards. Okay, so we'll figure this out next time, but we'll be here for a half hour or so. I wanted to start this sort of video blog from my barn now that Facebook Live is there. So here's my barn. I'm on 4 acres. John, you performed here right in that corner.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Eve, we do a concert for Honor here also. And I've recorded a lot of vocals and written a lot of songs here. So this is sort of the barn studio. I'm based out of Warwick, New York. I don't want to give you my address because, John, we can't have thousands of people storm in the house.
Not
right?
today. Not today. I have the driveway.
So, Tunes and the Vines 3. I know it's backwards, but a lot of people can read backwards, John. Saturday, September 22nd, Christopher Jacobs Winery, Pine Bush, New York. This is our 3rd year. We have John Irrizzary with Jerry and the Bulldog. Are you going to do like a little, I'd love to have you do a little solo acoustic
I can
set.
do that. Sure.
And then maybe have the whole band come up.
Whatever you need. I'm
going to do a set. Jason Gizer, who's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. You met Jason at
We've spoken through Facebook, but we've never met.
Okay. Jason was at my winter acoustic music festival up at the Sullivan.
Yes.
He performed Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Jason's a great guy, great singer-songwriter. He'll do like solo acoustic Led Zeppelin type of stuff. Mm-hmm. He does all the looping, great voice. He made it very high up on the show The Voice, so he can really, really sing.
He's got a great voice. He's got a great backup band too. I know some of the guys.
Okay, yeah, Jason Gizer band. And Must Be Dreaming is also going to be there. Celeste and David.
Talented people, very, very talented.
Great people, and actually, I'm sort of like a proud papa because they met each other at the Acoustic Music Festival that I put together.
Yes.
And part of that music festival was for people to network, and they wanted to pay it off. So Saturday, September 22nd, Christopher Jacobs, John Irrizzary, myself, Jerry the Bulldog, which is John's band, Must Be Dreaming, and Jason Gizzard. Chris and Monica Pennings, I think you performed there, right? Great people.
Outstanding people, and the wine is fine. The vibe is divine. I suggest you come out, support some local music for a great cause. There's going to be food things happening.
Yeah, I have two food vendors. I have the empanada master.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing all different empanadas. Do you know what an empanada is?
Do I know what an empanada is?
He's doing the chicken fingers, the French fries, and all different kinds of empanadas, including a dessert empanada. Then I have catering by Christina, Cakes by Christina, and she's doing desserts and vegan, vegetarian, and some burgers.
Okay.
We have cornhole. There'll be a wine tasting, great music. And Pennings is doing the tasting, which we still have to determine the pricing. But you're going to get tastings of wines, beer, and cider, which is cool.
And it's all good.
Yeah, and all the money, guys, goes 100% to people in need. So come out. It's family friendly, pet friendly. It's in the afternoon. It's rain or shine.
And it's a beautiful place.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's overlooking the
gorgeous
Gunks up in Pine Bush.
Yeah.
Why don't you give people a little something of what you might be doing? I'll try to get out of your way.
I'll do this one. For some reason, this one is in my head, so I'll do this one. Heard a song on the radio, a reminder of a girl a long time ago. What happened then doesn't matter now. I was on a trip down a lost highway. I met a lot of people along the way, and the lights they fade into the distant gray. Thought I'd end my life right here at the end of the road that brought me here in love with you, my dear. At the border of forever, and on the other side is never mind. Things always seem to get better, but maybe not this time. Fell back in a dream last night where things felt good and all felt right, only to wake up in the morning next to you. A gentle kiss to greet the day with not a word, nothing to say. From tired eyes we smile as if we knew. Sky today is gray and blue, a perfect blend of me and you. We'll ride from separate sides of the bed. At the border of forever, and on the other side is never mind. Things always seem to get better, but maybe not this time. Here we go. To find a way, a pathway back, all the while sidestepping a heart attack. The need to pause and breathe lest you end up dead. To find those things that make you glad, can sad in the story as you roam around your head. And the border of forever, and on the other side is never mind. Things always seem to get better, but maybe not this time. But maybe not this time. Try again this time.
Nice. Very nice, John. I'm actually starting to hate you because you're so good, and but great stuff. John, you're a great songwriter, great singer, and you got a great voice, man. George Charles is watching.
What's up, George?
Stephen Cannillo's watching. All right, buddy. Leave some comments, but thanks for tuning in. So I want to talk about your songwriting process, right? So obviously you're going to be September 22nd at Tunes in the Vines 3 up in Pine Bush, but I want to talk about songwriting. For some of you guys watching, I'm also a songwriter, singer-songwriter. How does it work for you? Do you have like a poem that you try to put words to? Do you have a little riff that you just sort of throw stuff on? You know the old, I'm sorry, you know the old, like Paul McCartney had, you know, he had the song Yesterday, but he didn't have the words. And he would sing scrambled eggs, right? So he just had these filler words. So what's your process?
Well, first, you know, so we don't turn this into, I'll get this out of the way so we don't turn it into a mutual respect thing, but I have great respect for Rob, and I thank him so much for having me here today, and he's a great singer and songwriter himself, and I admire him very much, and I'm glad to call him a friend.
Thanks, Johnny.
That being said, now that we got that out of the way, it works for me. I'm not a great reader. I think somehow, before I was diagnosed, I think I'm a little dyslexic in some ways.
Oh, like reading books. Me too. Right. Yeah.
So I'm not a great reader, so I'm an observer. I'm an observer, and you know, I'll take in things that just in passing. Sometimes it'll be something someone will say as they're passing me that just sticks in my head, or something I've seen that sticks in my head. And all of a sudden it kind of haunts me in a good way. Yeah. And it'll come out as a song. Yeah. You know?
I agree. I'm sort of a people watcher myself, you know. Barbara Martinez is watching. Barbara, rock star.
You know, so the process usually, the ones that are quick, the songs that I write quick are usually better.
Yeah, why is that?
The spigot opens and they come out, you know. I don't know why that happens. And the ones that are a struggle to write sometimes, I mean, there's editing, of course, you know, you're constantly editing. I think that's the wisest thing that a songwriter can do is to edit. You have to
I learned a good expression from Andy Caddison, who he produced my latest CD, and he said writing is editing.
Right.
It is. Writing is editing, you know. So you have these ideas, and I think that's good advice for any aspiring singer-songwriters out there. It just doesn't sort of magically happen. Very rare.
Right.
Very rare.
Right.
You know, I have a couple like that all of a sudden they just came together, and I was thankful enough to write it down, or now I just put record on my phone and I'll capture it.
Right. And I have on my anytime I'll come up with an idea, you know, with the smartphones, you're able to just hit memo and just like any time.
Well, yeah, that's what I've been doing.
So I've caught a lot of things, you know, pieces of songs or just riffs or melody lines or something, or even words like phrases that I've kept there that might have gotten lost.
Yeah, that's another good tip for any aspiring writers, singer-songwriters. Now with your smartphone, I use it all the time. Where I used to be in the car and have an idea and try to remember it till I got home and try to find my tape recorder.
Not play anything on the radio.
Yes.
Just keep
or
it.
a little dictation. You know, remember the the digital dictation machines. but I have a lot of ideas on my phone.
Sure, yeah.
And some of them go nowhere.
Yes, that's correct.
And sometimes I revisit them, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty good.
Yes.
And you sort of almost forgot that you did it.
Right.
So, do you have CDs? Like, are you available for download? Your songs?
Well, I'm available for download. I've always done things with a band. I've always liked the idea of having a band. That's always been my thing. So although I'm the primary songwriter in the things that you'll find on iTunes or Amazon,
right,
for download or streaming at this point, just stream it to listen to. You can find things under Jerry the Bulldog. You
right.
can find things under Small Town Sheiks, which are both bands that I fronted and wrote music for. Different incarnations, different angles. I've always found it a great thing to have different chemistries around what you do, because it inspires you to do
right.
something different.
So how many CDs have you put out through the years, do you think,
I've put out one CD with an actual CD with Small Town Sheiks, and I put out a bunch of singles with
right.
Small Town Sheiks,
yeah, which is cool.
Singles as well with Jerry the Bulldog. And all that can be found on, wherever, Pandora and all that stuff.
So, Small Town Sheiks, Jerry the Bulldog.
Correct.
Great bands. I don't know if I'm still in the picture, but great bands. So, you play in the Hudson Valley a lot.
Yes.
I know you play at the Brown Barn.
Mm-hmm. Over
I've
at
seen
Orange
you there.
County Distillery, yeah.
So, what do you got coming up?
Well, we have September's open. We're actually finally going to record our CD with Jerry the Bulldog.
Good. Where are you recording?
We have a studio called The Tank.
Good.
That we do all the recording. We upgraded some equipment, and we're satisfied with the product we're getting out of it now. So we're going to put that together, and hopefully this month we'll get our act together and kind of finish that up.
Right.
Clean that up and put that out. Probably we'll make some hard copies, but in all honesty, we're probably going to do that for downloads, because that's how everybody does it now.
I just put out my third CD, and it's available for download on Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, all that. People are getting away from CDs. They are. But, it's just nice to have them. You're at a gig, somebody's enjoying themselves. I mean, I do sell them at shows. But it is sort of in the rear view mirror. But
I wind up using them more as calling cards.
It's true. It's sadly, as a singer-songwriter, very hard to make money. So anybody watching, please download songs from your local singer-songwriters, obviously including myself and John, because these projects are expensive to do. Studio time and creative time. Have you ever thought of doing like a GoFundMe page? Like some people are doing these Kickstarter campaigns.
I'll tell you, and no offense to anyone that's done that to get their CD together. I never wanted to do that. I never want to do that. I don't. For me, it's not. In my opinion, it's not. I don't like the way that feels to do that.
You know what? The way I like it. And I'm with you, it was never comfortable for me.
Right.
But I saw someone and I thought it was a great idea. All they're asking was pre-purchase my CD for $10. So they were able to get that seed money, because it's thousands of dollars to go into the studio. Yeah. And if you're a solo artist like myself, then I have to pay some sidemen, I have to pay a drummer, pay a bass player, right? So I thought that was cool, because they weren't.
Friends.
What's that?
We'll call up friends.
Would you play?
I'll play any next time.
But I thought that was cool. The person was just asking to, hey, just pre-purchase my CD, and they got 1,000 people to pre-purchase, so they had the $10,000 to work on the project. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place to write? Like, I come out here in my barn. I try, and I have gotten away from it the last year, but I had some downtime, and I would come out like my job. I would have my coffee in the morning, and I'd come out, and I would just have my own writing session, which in my 15-year career, because I put up my first CD 15 years ago, I never really treated it like that. I would just do it when the inspiration came.
Right.
But my schedule was cleared a couple years ago when I was working on this CD called Cannillo. And
It's a good CD. Buy it.
thank you. I got to play my theme song while we're ending.
Okay.
But I found it in the beginning to be very uncomfortable for me because I wasn't used to like, okay, I'm going to be here at my table with my coffee. But after like day 3, 4, and 5, it became more comfortable. And I would just run my little tape recorder on my phone, and I would just play. And then I would stumble on something, and actually wrote some, pretty, what I think are pretty songs that I'm pretty proud of.
Great songs. Great.
So, when does the inspiration come to you? Like, it's at night, you're sitting on your sofa, like.
I'm sitting. Usually, I'll write. I always have a guitar set up in my living room. There's always an acoustic there
Me too.
And that guitar I've had since I'm 17 years old. So it's been my buddy. It's probably 99.9% of the songs.
What kind of guitar?
It's a Gibson J200 knockoff. Back when Sam Ash was doing that, called Angelica. It's an Angelica.
Okay.
And but the guitar sounds wonderful, beautiful, and it's always done right by me, and it's been a great friend and good time.
Speaking of knockoffs, I don't know if my son Steven is watching. We have an Ibanez solid body guitar, which was a knockoff of the Gibson Les Paul. I think it's 1977.
Oh, sure, I remember.
I bought it at a yard sale in probably 1987 for $100 or something.
Yeah, those are good.
Steven
guitars.
says it's worth maybe $1,000 or $2,000.
Yes.
Not for the money, but the thing sounds. It's just a beautiful guitar.
Well, the stuff that was being made, those knockoff guitars back then are different. Even the early Squires,
Yes.
are much better than the ones you'll get.
Yeah. So if anybody's looking, let's talk guitars for a second. So if anybody out there is in the market for a guitar, you could reach out to myself or Johnny. We could help you. But there's a lot of very inexpensive guitars nowadays. I try to buy American, but if it's your budget, there's a lot of stuff being made worldwide that is pretty good quality and at a very reasonable price, and you can have a lot of fun with it.
Well, I'm kind of old school that way. I've like car guys. A lot of time growing up, car guys were either Ford guys or Chevy guys, and growing up, guitar guys were either Fender guys or Gibson guys.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say I'm any one or the other, but I kind of like the Fenders and Gibsons, the Gretches.
Yeah. You
I
play a Gretsch.
I have a Gretsch as well, yeah.
I'm not a guitar. I love playing guitar, acoustic guitar, and I never thought I would own a lot of guitars, but through the years,
Yeah. Well,
you just sort of accumulate. You see something. I've been given guitars as gifts, and I have cheap guitars that I take camping. They were $100 acoustic guitars, and I have my 100th anniversary Gibson, which was a gift, not a gift. Somebody used one of my songs in a campaign, and that was my payment. I mean, it's a gorgeous guitar. Probably to replace it is a few $1,000s. But if anybody is an aspiring guitarist, again, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can have a lot of fun.
And you don't need an expensive guitar.
You don't.
To do what you need to do. You as long as it sounds good to you, then it's going to make you play more. And if you're looking to be a songwriter.
Kirk Morgan is watching. All right, Captain Kirk. Hope you're doing well, brother.
If you're looking to write songs, just pick up anything and write. Just write. Just start writing. And
That's
everything.
good advice.
Everything you write is not going to be good.
No, most of it is not going to be good.
I write a lot, and I play maybe 20% of what I write.
Correct.
Makes it out.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that the rest of the world's going to think it's good. It's just that I think it's good enough to present.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point. And I struggled with that as a songwriter in the beginning because you thought everything you did was going to be golden. And that's another very good point. Not that the rest of the world will think it's great, but at least you're confident, and you and I are similar. We go out there, we perform our original songs. So if I'm going to go on stage and do it, I got to really feel comfortable with it to say, hey, this song's got meaning, it's got value, it's got context, it's got something that speaks to me as the songwriter and hope to speak to other people.
Right.
But anybody who's watching as an aspiring songwriter or even, just screenwriter, most of this stuff is never going to see the light of day.
Well, writers write, songwriters write, players play, painters paint. If you're a painter, you're going to paint. It's not about the dollar. The dollar that you may get from your painting is the byproduct. It's not the reason why you do it. You do it because you have to. You haven't. It's part of who you are, and it feeds your soul. So, for better or worse,
very good point.
We who do this, or we who want to do this, you do it because you have to. You don't have a choice. I mean, I've had the best time playing to big people, big groups of people, and I've had the best time playing to my dog. But I play because I play.
I think
my dog's a good listener.
I think that's a very good point. And one of my quotes somewhere on one of my CDs is, I'd be playing the songs anyway on my back porch or front porch.
Exactly.
And to be able to get out in a community and have people want to listen. And speaking of listening events, you were here last Thanksgiving, which I hope you can make it again. Right here, we had about 50 people in this room, and they were spilling over outside. And it's a real listening event. And you could hear a pin drop. And I think the first year, both years combined, we probably raised a couple $1,000s for honor with only 40 or 50 people here. So Thanksgiving Eve, if anybody's interested, it is invite only, but reach out to me if you're interested. That's Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve. September 22nd, Tunes in the Vines 3, Christopher Jacobs Winery. John and I will be playing. Again, pet-friendly, family-friendly. Bring your blanket. It's an acoustic-oriented event. Great wine. Hopefully Monica and Chris Pennings are watching. Great place, great people. Why don't you play another song, bro?
I am. This song is a song that I want to give to you who come and support independent music, and it was a song of appreciation, and it's a song that tells you how it makes us feel when you're there and appreciate what we do.
Cool. John Irrizzary.
Sitting on my back porch, but I'm out here just the same. There's something restless in me you're gonna wanna see, so come on to the show. 'Cause right here in this bar tonight, I'm the king of rock and roll. It's not about accolades, though I've got me a few. Though I'm here in this place tonight, doing what I do. There's something restless in me you're gonna wanna see, so come on to the show. 'Cause right here in this bar tonight, I'm the king of rock and roll. Can't deny my destiny. You can't deny who you are. So out tonight. I'm the king of rock and roll. It's right here in this barn today. I'm the king of rock and roll.
So good, man. So good. Great stuff. Great stuff. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to my first Facebook Live from the barn, and I believe it reruns on Facebook as a video, so please look for it. Again, please get to know Honor, honorhelpingothers.org. They help any Orange County resident in need with many, many things. So if you need the help, or you know somebody that might need the help, or you want to be part of the Honor team, reach out, honorhelpingothers.org. Honor also has a Facebook. I'm privileged to be part of their team. Thank you for the support. I'm with John. Thank you for the people that come out and support original live music. We are songwriters. We are sort of people watchers. We're the canary in the coal mines. You know, we try to make comments on things and enrich people's lives. Some of the best compliments that I got, John, is when people are having hard times and they said, Rob, I listened to some of your songs and it got me through it. And that means a lot to us. So I want to thank our sponsor, Barron Financial Group. Check them out. They're based out of Fair Lawn, but they take care of people in the tri-state area and probably farther. They give you unbiased advice. And I'm going to try to play a little bit of my song off my new CD. But Johnny, thanks for coming, brother.
Thank you. Check me out at jerrybulldog.com. Come and see me. Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Man. Have a great day, everybody. Make it a good one. I don't know how to sign off, so I'll do my best.